just like that. So if you're weighing the combination, again, it's just which one is heavier. It's just which ones are heavier, as they're involved in the counterplan and the discussion that we had for things today. Now, in the debate that we had today, we saw an interesting example of combining both of these together. The permutations, they actually asked the judge to imagine the affirmative plan in the world of the counterplan. Maybe take a picture in your mind, imagine the counterplan, and put the affirmative inside of that also. So the negative suggested we have a privatized pension system, and they suggested a savings tax. And what if we added into that an increased consumption tax? Everybody's idea, all together. The affirmative says increase the consumption tax, negative says privatize the pension system, and put a tax on savings. If you put all three of those together, then what kind of thing do you have? Well, if the negative in this world presents disadvantages to a consumption tax, which are solved by privatized pensions, then probably the negative is in trouble. If the disadvantage is solved by the combination of these things together, it will be difficult for the negative to make the argument. Let me show you why. In this debate that we had a counterplan to increase the savings tax because it will generate a lot of revenue without taxing consumption. And the argument the negative makes is the savings tax stimulates economic growth. It causes consumption. The disadvantage was that a consumption tax lowers consumption. If you put these two things together, here's what happens. In the permutation, if you do a savings tax and a consumption tax, the consumption tax sends a signal to investors, and if it lowers consumption, that won't hurt because a savings tax encourages people to spend money. If you put the two of them together, the savings tax encourages people to actually spend more. So maybe that's the best option to the world. This idea of the permutation, it opens up a lot of options for both sides. So the negative also has new arguments that they can make. The negative can run disadvantages to the permutation. They could say that the combination of doing both at the same time is too much. That a consumption tax and a savings tax would be a burden on the economy. That's the argument that they said if they had more time, that's the argument the negative wanted to present. The disadvantage to the permutation might be that overtaxing hurts the economy, but it has to be different reason than just consumption, because privatizing pensions and a savings tax doesn't have a disadvantage that you could weigh in this. So the negative has to come up with an argument that the combination of all these things together is itself a bad idea, which I think was the argument that they wanted to present. So, okay, I'm going to put this up on the NAFA website, this PowerPoint presentation. It's just my one point that I wanted to talk with you about. And here's the one great thing about today and coming together, is that you've got an opportunity to meet with a number of different people that are all interested in debate. I mean, we are so overjoyed to be here with you, but you've got other people that you should have events like this with. I look around and I see Tomura Sensei is here. I see Kitano Sensei is here. I see Ayabe Sensei. I see Usui Sensei. I see many people in the Japanese community that have incredible knowledge about debate. Oh, my dream is that after this meeting, you will continue to talk with those people, extend your community, make it much larger, build your membership in NAFA. That's my dream, that you can talk with all of these people about their experiences. Treasure those people's experiences, because that's what debate is all about. And that's my very last note. I'm going to read the decision here in just one second, but on my very last note, we have had this opportunity to come and do this debate and to tour around Japan, but the real benefit of this tour is being able to meet all of these incredible people in Japan. Debate is not about ideas. Debate is about community and building community with people. Building community with people. Debate has some of the best people that you will ever meet, and some of your closest friends will be in debate. So I appreciate that. The decision for this debate from the negative side is we have, let's see, almost 53 votes. 53 votes. 61 votes, actually, they added up. See, I'm bad at math. So, the affirmative has 26 votes. Negative has 35 votes. So, congratulations to the negative team! Woo! I know the speaker is going to close the